Coming up on Look Today, well, a forum took place last night in Saratoga on whether or not the city should change its form of government. I've got details. Plus, we've got an update on that historical building in Glens Falls. More on that coming up. And Caffe Lena prepares for its annual Creep Show that's happening this Sunday. I've got those details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone and happy Friday. I'm Jay Hood Jackson. This is Look Today. On tonight's program, I sit down with Lori LaFond. She's the president of Friends of IBA, and she's here to talk about Washington County grasslands and some of the endangered birds that live there during the winter months. I also sit down with Maggie Frank. She's executive director of Wellspring. She's here to give us an update on a very important fundraiser called the Purple Purse Challenge. Plus, we've got your weekend weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, a forum took place last night on whether or not Saratoga should change its form of government. Now, the discussion featured two opposing groups, the City Charter Review Commission and a group called Success. They're opposed to any change. Now, we were at the event, and we spoke to a Saratoga resident, Brian McKenzie, about what he thought of the discussion.
The format was really fair. Ultimately, it was informative. I came here, I'm undecided, I'm completely ignorant on small town politics and government, and I came here for information and education. And both sides provided me a good bit of detail for both their positions.
Oh, thanks, Brian. Okay, in other news, well, I've got an update on that historical building in Glens Falls we've been telling you about. Dr. Ferguson's house, which was erected in 1860, has been purchased. It's been purchased by Darren Tracy. Now, the historic building is in dire straits, as you know, and the city government was either going to demolish it or sell it for as little as $1. Well, we spoke to Darren about restoring that building.
Well, it needs extensive work. The whole roof may have to be replaced, if not a good portion of it. Masonry walls need to be rebuilt, and the total inside has collapsed, both first floor and second floor. So much rain has got in there over the years, and it's acted like a pressure cooker that it's rotted, and they're caved in to the basement. So it's really, really bad. So it's going to be extensive. I don't have an exact dollar figure.
Well, thank you, Darren, for doing that. All right, switching from news to weather. Today's so cold the temperatures, but the sun's out. And the weekend, at least tomorrow, is looking pretty good. For a more detailed look at our weekend weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponson with your first look weather update here on Look TV. Let's take a look at the national map for tonight. Cold front stretching from basically southeast Canada, stretching its way towards the Midwest and portions of the southeast along the Gulf Coast as well. Low pressure right now, rain, some snow behind it towards Minnesota, parts of the eastern Dakotas. That low pressure will move its way towards the Great Lakes, more specifically the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. And those series of front boundaries are making a headway towards our area as high pressure just off the east coast advances towards our area. And you can see that with this warm front boundary, we'll see 31 Burlington, 32 Bangor, 35 in Albany, 37 in Buffalo, 40s to the south. We'll see temperatures across the Capital District generally mid to upper 30s, 36 in Fort Edward, 36 in Greenwich. Glens Falls will be 35. The overnight low, Johnsburg and Pottersville will be near freezing at an elevation. Mostly clear skies, so we're still ahead of that front. One more day with sunshine with highs in the mid-60s on Saturday. Wind chills will be upper 30s and under mostly sunny skies as actual air temperatures will be upper 30s to lower 40s through the 8 a.m. hour. And the extended forecast, the storms arrive with that front on Sunday, high of 59 degrees. So enjoy your Saturday while you can if you have any outdoor plans this weekend. We'll also see cooler weather as well during and behind the front as temps will fall to the 50s for highs Sunday and Monday, lower 50s for highs, partly sunny skies Tuesday and Wednesday with lows only in the lower to mid 30s. So that's a look at the first look weather update. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponson. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence, and get outside tomorrow. All right, back to the news. Well, a ceremony will be held on Saturday to honor a Civil War veteran from Fort Anne. Yes, you heard me right. The event will take place at the Pineview Cemetery and is organized by the Veterans of Foreign Affairs. Well, Sergeant Lester Archer was killed in action in the fall of 1864. And we spoke to VFW Commander Michael Hoig about Lester Archer.
He served apparently for a few years and was a flag bearer. In the Civil War time, this flag bearer was a very prestigious position, and it was also one of the most vulnerable positions because enemy troops would try to take down the flag bearers, especially for units. And subsequently, in 1864, they were successful and did kill Sergeant Archer.
You know, I encourage everybody to do a little research on flag bearers. They were very brave souls. They would march into battle with the troops with that flag, which made them a target in many ways, but it was a real sense of pride. Okay. All right, in other news. Well, Caffe Lena in Saratoga is preparing for its Halloween benefit show. The Creep Show will feature local musicians, as well as a group featuring staff members. Now, all proceeds go to benefit future programming for the cafe. We spoke to Sarah Craig, Executive Director for Lena's.
We're definitely going all out with this. We've got great music and great things to eat and drink, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we really need our community to come out and support us with our programming.
Yes, that was me in the middle. Few people know that I know how to play that instrument. But sitting next to Sarah and me was Carolyn Shapiro. She's going to play a song on her banjo in tonight's Lookout. Up next, I sit down with Lori LaFond. She's president of Friends of IBA, and she's here to talk about Washington County grasslands and some of the endangered birds that live there during the winter months. And I also sit down with Maggie Frank. She's executive director of Wellspring, and she's here to give us an update on a very important fundraiser called the Purple Purse Challenge. Please see this interview. First, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. And now it's time for Your Look. Yes, that's a segment where you tell us what's on your mind, what you're thinking, what you think of stories that we're following. Some real nice comments. Nelson from South Glens Falls in our Career Jam story that we did noted that the virtual welder was a big hit with the kids at the show. I got news for you. Well, first, thank you, Nelson, for the comment. But also, the whole show was a big hit. In big part to SEDC, that's the Saratoga Economic Development Corporation, and BOCES, as well as, of course, the Tech Smart Campus. It's those kinds of expos and those kinds of shows that really give you a sense of what's going on in the community. Melissa from Queensbury, completely different one, commenting on a Glens Falls Hospital story we did with Governor Cuomo appearing there. And she said, take care of yourself, educate yourself, get the facts, and do your cancer screenings. This way, we can all live a healthy lifestyle. Well, I got news for you, Melissa. We all really agree with that. And you can participate in this discussion, and I'll talk about it. Go to our Facebook page and leave a comment. That's it for now. See you next time on Your Look. That's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. It's Friday, so of course I want to thank the crew. Ladies first, that's Antoinette and Dana. But of course, there's Andrew, and there's Drew, and there's Jack, and there's Joel. There's Norm, and there's the Bat. Hey, the Bat's favorite holiday is coming up. Monday, Halloween. These are the people that make everything we do here possible every single week. A couple of events I just want to highlight. I've done a lot of very interesting interviews lately. Swingin' for Rhett is this weekend at the JDC Dance Studio in Ballston Spa. Look that interview up if you didn't see it. Rett syndrome is a very rare disease that affects mostly girls at their young age. and it's debilitating. And this is a fundraiser to try to raise awareness for Rett syndrome and raise some money for research. Sober Halloween, another great interview I did, is this weekend. That's primarily for people or anyone interested in recovery. Sober Halloween party in Hudson Falls. That's on Saturday night. And as you know from the story you just heard before this, at Caffe Lena on Sunday. The Creep Show. You don't want to miss that either. Remember, that money goes to helping Caffe Lena do what it's done for many, many years. All right, that's it. Where am I now? I guess I'm going to say that tonight on Look TV, it's Beyond the Headlines and Tracks, our music show. And don't forget, tune in Monday night for the stories that matter to you. Have a safe weekend, everyone. Good night.
Now, good night, make a little round, I've got the city in a shot.